let me calm down for a second, because man, my adrenaline, I'm very excited about a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Life, all that shit, man, all that good shit. But in this video, oh shit, gotta start putting on fucking lotion more now. I don't really use lotion much. I'm a natural type of motherfucker. Only use shampoo when it's necessary. Only use lotion when it's necessary. I feel like our body probably has natural shit that we don't really need from the man-made shit. But I'm not gonna stall y'all out, man. Let me calm down for a second, cause man, I'm excited about this video right here. Now, this is gonna be a good one. All right, some of y'all just seen my little rant. It ain't even a rant, but make sure I got my wallet. Some of y'all have seen my post that said something about it's kind of cold, man. I don't know. Kind of want my hat, not this damn this hat kind of a little cold a little bit. I'm saying, I don't know. Fuck it, man. Who cares? Some of y'all might have seen my video about, you know, seeing people in new cars, and this has been going on for a couple years now, at least. Well, actually, it's been going on all my life. But the difference now is, also, I would like to say this. In this video, it's going to seem like I'm talking about me, but I want y'all to apply it to y'all. Because everything I'm going to say, somebody can relate to it in some type of way. They're probably going through some type of situation. So take the me aspect out of it and apply it to you, you know what I'm saying, or somebody you know, a friend or whatever. But I can explain it better from my point of view. So that's why a lot of times you hear me talking about me in the video. But it's really, I try to talk about things that everybody can relate to, but I can just explain it from my point of view a lot better sometimes, right? So, first of all, I want to shout out my friend, because one thing he just said that stuck to me, and I'll probably forget it, but I got to remind myself again. You know, we forget shit we learn. So, he said, here I am saying, I want to go buy a car, this or that, but I shouldn't, or whatever, basically. And he's saying he wish that he had the discipline that I have to not do it. So that stuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Because it makes sense. And I get it. I really do. I get it. Like, it does take a lot of discipline. But sometimes, deep down in our in who we are, you know, we got a good and a bad side. You know, bad decision making, good decision making. So I'm a human just like everybody else. I want to drive cars. Sometimes I want to go out and sleep with this girl or that girl. And sometimes I want to do these things, drink and smoke and all these things. But at the end of the day, I know that it's not good for me. So I have to snap back to reality. And then I have to realize the course of my purpose. And I think a lot of y'all are in that same category. Matter of fact, I know y'all are. You know, you're trying to do something in life. You're trying to become great in life. And you're trying to do the right thing. And then sometimes you get that itch to do the wrong thing. You know, and you're not perfect. You're not going to be perfect, right? You're going to fuck up. But some of these things can be avoided. So I suggest you to keep avoiding them. You know, whether it's coming from losing weight, whether it's coming from you becoming a better mom, dad, whatever it is, your goals. We all have goals that we need to set so we can improve as people, but it's easier said than done. You know what I mean? It's easy to do the wrong thing, or the easy thing, should I say, or the normal thing, should I say. But when it comes to doing the right thing or the different thing, you know, it's hard. It's hard. You think I'm not a man? You think I just don't want to just say, fuck it. I'm going to go buy a car. I'm going to go buy pussy. I'm going to go buy this. I'm going to drink. I'm going to smoke. It's not easy sometimes not to do these things. You know what I'm saying? It's really not. But one thing that keeps me from doing these things, and it might help you, is I look at the results of not doing those things. You know, I don't look at the pleasure of doing them. Yeah, it sounds good on paper to go buy the car, go out, sleep with a bunch of women, go out, drink and smoke. But the results, they don't add up with the course that I'm trying to accumulate myself on. And it could be as far as dieting. Like, man, the fucking pizza and all that shit sounds so fucking good, right? But if you're trying to lose some weight, well, you know, after you eat that pizza, you're going to realize, damn, the results wasn't worth what I was thinking in my mind, like how I could have just fell back from that, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is, do whatever makes you happy, but what makes you happy has to be analyzed. For example, buying a new car might make you happy, right? We all agree with that. Yeah, that sounds great. But what if investing your money into something, or having a roof over your head instead of buying that PS5 or whatever, what if that actually made you happier? See, you have to analyze everything. You know, both could make you happy, but what will make you happier, right? Just like as a woman, getting attention from a whole bunch of men might be some happy shit, right? But some of y'all women actually just want real attention from a real dude, one guy. So you're going to have to sacrifice, you know what I mean? You're going to have to sacrifice, or you're probably going to overlook or miss out on that real guy by dabbling over here and there. And the same thing that men do with the women. This is why a lot of men can't settle down. It's not that they don't come across the woman that's good enough. It's the fact that they're not willing to trade in that, you know, what I was talking about earlier, that chasing a bunch of women. They're not willing to give that up for that one woman. See, there's sacrifices that has to be made. There's sacrifices that have to be made when you want to lose weight. There's sacrifices that have to be made when you want to own your own business, or, you know, have generational wealth and all these things. Everything, there has to be a sacrifice in every single thing you look at in life, right? Some people are not willing to sacrifice that car. So let me just get the car so I can live rich or not my bad, look rich, and try to get a whole bunch of women and all this and all that, enjoy the fruits of the labor, right? Now, or enjoy the fruits of having a car, even though it's debt and all that shit, right? But what if buying that car is the ultimate reason why they'll never have a business? Or the reason why they might go back to being broke? Because sometimes what happens is somebody starts to get going good in life. Oh shit, I'm good, man. I can make this car payment. And they make that wrong move, and that wrong move is what cost them to put them right back down to where they was. You know, I say this to men. If you're buying a car because you want to raise your pussy rate, it's not going to happen. It might a little bit, but for the most part, it's not going to happen. If you wasn't getting women before, you're probably not going to get them just because you bought a car. So if you're doing it for that reason, I don't think that's a good idea, man. I honestly feel like until you have passive income to buy the car, unless the car is a real good ass deal, I don't think you should do it, because it's not going to pay you back. And 9 times out of 10, you know, it's sitting out in the rain and the snow and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Could get a scratch on it, rocks hit it, all type of shit, man. So the way I'm looking at it is, I want a car so bad. I want a new car so bad, man. And it's harder. It's harder when you could do it and you still don't do it. That's hard. Like, I could go out and sleep with women. I can go out and buy a car. I don't have a kid. I don't have nothing stopping me from doing these things. But yet and still, I still do it. And that's what struck me when he said, he wished he had the discipline of me not to do them things. So it kind of made sense. Like I'm complaining about not being able to have the courage to go out and buy a car foolishly, and he said he wished he didn't have that type of mentality. That shit stuck with me. I don't know, man. Looks like it's gonna be another year no car for me. Because the way them prices are set up, I don't agree with that. Because you gotta think about this, man. You really gotta think about this, man. It's deeper than the car. See, remember what I said just a while ago about do what makes you happy. And people are going to say, this is what people are going to say. Well, you only live once, go buy the car. It makes you happy, right? Yeah, that's true. Buying a new car would make me happy. But then when I analyze 50,000, whatever it costs, I could have put that into some type of thing that creates passive income. That would make me way happier than the fucking car. Been driving cars all my life. So while a new car would make me happy, it wouldn't make me as happy as figuring out where to put that car money into some passive income creation. Y'all get what I'm saying? So when it comes to what makes you happy, sometimes both decisions might make you happy. Sleeping with a bunch of men might make you happy, but then again, being with one guy might make you happy. You got to go with what's more beneficial. You have to, even if you don't want to do it. You got to do it because it's more beneficial. It's a must. Sacrifices have to be made, man. It's the same thing with, matter of fact, while we still on that relationship shit, we all know how it is out here. Well, if you don't, you lived on a ride. It's been like this. Social media just put it on steroids, by the way. It's always been this way, how men and women are. It's always been this way. Social media just exposed it and put it on steroids. So if you, like some of y'all want something real, and you're going to have to sacrifice a lot of that fake ass attention and fake ass whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? You're going to have to sacrifice that. So you're not going to, your phone is going to be drier, like Crystal said on her status before, because she has standards, right? She says she has standards. So her phone's going to be dry. It is what it is. Same thing with men. Y'all, a lot of women think women just jump up on men and shit. Nah, these men are involved with a lot of women because they put themselves out there. It's a sacrifice you got to make as a man. Do I want to be great and spend my time on working on being great, or do I want to chase women? And that's why I don't understand with women, why do they gravitate towards those guys? They thinking that them guys are the ones, but really them guys are not sacrificing their purpose. Or they are sacrificing their purpose, should I say, to get a bunch of women, because there's no other way. As a man, you don't have women just running up on you like that. Yes, it happens, but not like a woman. But a woman thinks it's like with her. So that's why she thinks, well, he got a lot of women. He must be something special. He put himself out there. He probably ain't busy in life and ain't doing shit with his life. I promise you that, because there's not enough time. Not enough energy. He wouldn't have enough energy. You'd be done with fucking doing your work, whether it's a craft or whether you got a job or whatever. You ain't got no energy to be running manipulation and playing with all these women like that. Come on, man. That's not real, man. That's not reality, I promise y'all. And any smart woman, if you don't know that yet, I just told you. So watch that. Watch that, man. Stop thinking that the guy that got a whole bunch of women is popping, because I'm telling you how that happened. He sacrificed his purpose for that. It's one or the other. Same thing with women who are popping on Facebook. You know, unless she's some celebrity, then you more than likely know what time it is. She's giving them that fake attention so she can get attention from them. She's entertaining them, basically. Women who are curving men, they're not getting looked at like that. They're probably getting blocked and cussed out. I'm just being honest with y'all, man. Even if she look good. Because they're going to be salty that, nope, I don't want to fuck with you. They're going to be salty that woman curved them, you know? But hey, that woman is sacrificing. Remember, it goes back to sacrificing. Maybe that woman wants something real and she knows what's up with most, or she has standards and they're not meeting them, so she's curving them. It is what it is. It is what it is. When it comes to this marriage shit, man, don't rush. I'm not saying don't rush to get to know somebody that you think could be somebody you marry. Like, you don't want to stall people out and shit, but situations, you know, maybe they live in a different city than you. I mean, who knows, man? But if they don't and the opportunity is there, I'm not saying stall it out. You know what I'm saying? But I would be patient, you know? I would be patient with getting to like somebody, and I wouldn't just rush and marry them and all this shit. We see how that turns out. Some of y'all are not married yet, and you think that you lost. And you think the people who are married, they winning and all this and all that. They on their way to divorce half of them, if not all of them, to be honest. You know, it is what it is, man. Sacrifices gotta be made, man. We gotta remind ourselves of it, you know, every day. Sometimes I ask myself, why the fuck are you still working this hard? Why don't you just work 4 days instead of 6 or something like that? You already won, like, but I didn't win. And just because you're winning or so-called doing great or whatever, losing weight or whatever the fuck you doing, don't mean you stop. You gotta keep doing what you're doing. You know, you don't start sacrificing what got you there now once you're there. That's not how it works. You know, it sounds good. It does sound good to call off of work so I can go chase women and all this. This is what most guys do. I can ride around and all that, but that would make me happy. Maybe. I ain't knocking it. And it probably makes them happy, right? But to me, that generational wealth and, you know, being super well off in life makes me way happier. Being able to retire early, that makes me way happier than the car. You know what I mean? Possibly even buying a house in Florida or California, a nice house or something. That makes me way happier than buying a fucking car that's going to appreciate. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. But it's hard because that car makes you happy too. You know what I'm saying? It's like a new car would make me happy too. So it's like, damn. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Sleeping around with women probably would make me happy. But I don't think it would make me happier than being with one solid woman. I know it wouldn't, right? But you got to think about it. Look how it is out here when you talking about dating and shit like that. So it could easily push you to the point like, fuck it, it don't matter anyway. Everybody's the same. Fuck it, I might as well just go ahead and just fuck with everybody, right? I can't do it. Just not in me. I've outgrown it, if that makes sense. It never really was me to begin with, to be honest. I was never a party person. I was never really a person that really wanted to sleep around. Even when I was 15 years old, sleeping around, it was just doing it just to do it. You know what I mean? Because you thought it was cool or something. It's not really what I really, really wanted. I always wanted a girlfriend. Always. Always wanted one girl. So I guess that's just some people, you know? And I've always wanted to be well off in life. But it's hard, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, man. I don't think, cause you gotta think about it too, though. Tomorrow's not promised. Yeah. Gotta sacrifice, man. He said I was doing the right thing. He said, stop tripping, you're doing the right thing. But sometimes it doesn't feel like you're doing the right thing. Even if you are. If that makes sense. Just like sometimes it feels like you're doing the right thing and you're doing the wrong thing. So, you know, it's just life, man. Every now and then we got to have that check with ourselves. We got to have that conversation with ourselves, man. Some of y'all go to people for this conversation. But you should be going to yourself, a.k.a. God, because that's what it is. When you're talking to yourself, you're allowing God to speak to you, in my opinion. Nothing wrong with talking to people too, but just like dude helped me. Dude clearly said you're doing the right thing, bro. I wish I had the discipline you had. He's right. I am doing the right thing, but there's still a part of me that's saying, nah, fuck that shit. I want to sleep around. I want to drive a new car. I want to do this. I want to do that. You get what I'm saying? Just like Aisha Curry. She knows she got a good dude and a solid ass family, but I want attention from other guys. You know what I mean? I guess we gotta fight those demons sometimes, because them demons is what costs us good positioning in life sometimes, you know? Temptation's a motherfucker. It ain't just with sex. Temptation could be with anything. So if you are a person out there, you know what I'm saying, don't always think that just because this person got a car and this one don't, that he's doing better in life than him. You know, there's so many levels to this shit. There's so many levels to this shit. And I suggest anybody right now who's thinking about buying a new car, you know what I mean? If you need one, well, then it's probably meant for you to do this, right? But if you can hold off, it's probably not meant for you to do it. And I wouldn't do it, honestly, because it's not paying you nothing. It's not going to really get you more women if that's what you're thinking as a man, you know? And if your ultimate goal is to really be able to buy 10 of those cars, well, you're going to have to find ways to make passive income first. And even like some people who are doing podcasts and shit like that, that might be their career, right? That's how they earn their living. That's what they do. But until you stop trading time for money, it's not passive income. You need money that makes money where you're not even, you just got to keep an eye on it type shit. That's the money you should be buying cars and shit with. Not the money you earn. The money you earn, you should be trying to invest. So, in other words, take the mentality of, I'm going to buy a new car, I got the money. Take that mentality and say, I'm going to buy new investments, I got the money. Just got to buy the right investments. With a car, if that's a wrong investment, I don't give a fuck. Unless you somehow, you know, only way a car is an investment if you buy it and it just sits in your fucking garage forever, and then 20 years, 30 years from now, it's worth more money than what you bought it for. That's the only way. There is no other way. There is no other way. But I'm going to let y'all go, man. Just remember, man, you're probably doing the right thing and you feel like you're missing out. If you feel like you're missing out, you're probably doing the right thing. To be honest. The more I look at the whole chessboard, it always boils down to, you know, the fun shit or the shit that people think they're missing out on is actually the bullshit that's actually going to cause them on missing out on shit later in life. If that makes sense. Some people want to party real hard when they're young, and then later they want to get married, and it could cost them on marriage. Not only just marriage, it could cost them on, they could have been a fucking business owner, or who knows what they could have been, but they chose the other path. You get what I'm saying? They both would have made them happy, but they chose that path to make them happy. In the end, that path, you know, that path was a temporary fix. It wasn't a long-term fix. Just like a car is a temporary fix. You know, investing in generational wealth, that's a long-term fix. And you can give it to your kids. You buy a car, you can't give that to your kids. Now your kids got to play catch up all their life like you did. You know? And that's another thing. That would make me happier than a car. Being able to leave something down if I had kids would make me happier than a fucking car. You know, it's just levels to what makes you happy. And that's the moral of it. I'm not trying to knock anybody for doing what makes them happy. Just understand, when you talk about happiness, there's levels to it. Meaning, 10 different things can make you happy. But you got to analyze it and say, all right, which one's really going to make me the happiest in the end overall? All right, that one right there. So I'm going to sacrifice these other 9 and I'm going to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? It's just facts, man. It would have made me happy punching that dude in his fucking face. You know? But the sacrifice is I had to walk away and not allow my pride to do that. And it still bothers me, but, you know, I did the right thing. Even though I'm still pissed off about it. Because I don't like to do that. I don't like when people get away with bullshit like that, you know? But like dude said, never let a bitch come between you and your money, so. And if you're a woman watching, I'm not talking about no woman, by the way. You know. But that's about it, man. Remember the stats I told y'all about I cost myself pussy? I do. Because of making videos like this, not being willing to just fold for a woman, all that shit. But it's all good because, you know, in the end, it will get me the woman that deserves me and the woman I deserve, so it doesn't matter. You know, and that's what y'all got to realize. You know, when you compromise your happiness for people, you're just going to end up with somebody who doesn't care about your happiness anyway. You know, imagine me saying, all right, all these women want a guy that smokes and drinks and kicks it and sells drugs, and let me do that. Imagine. So I'm going to trade where I'm at right now because it's not popping to most women. You know, not. Well, I'm going to take that back. Grown-ass women like shit like this, but y'all get my point. Just like a woman. Imagine a woman. All right, I'm going to show my body to the whole Facebook since no men are paying me attention if I don't, basically. That type of shit. It's going to pay off for her in the end not to do that. We're not talking about an individual she talks to and shows her body to him that she fucks with. That's different. But I mean on social media. That girl's going to regret that later in life. And it's going to be hard for her to get a husband because the motherfuckers be like, man, I don't want to marry that woman. Everybody didn't see my wife naked. Or so-called wife. So how the fuck am I going to marry you? Just shit like that, man. Decisions you make now can definitely affect your future. But a lot of people make decisions based off of what? You might die tomorrow. So they live their whole life on that type of edge. And basically they're dying every day because they have the mentality of, I can die tomorrow. So let me live like I'm dying today, basically. I'm going to do whatever. You know, they don't even live for the future. They don't even plan for the future at all. And that's probably why a lot of us had to grow up starting from nothing. Because our parents probably done that same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That same bullshit, man. All right, y'all. I'm out of here, man. Gotta go to the store for a second and shit. Y'all have a good one, man. Gotta go to work tomorrow, you know, sacrifice. I wouldn't be doing nothing anyway, for real. But, it sucks, man. And this could go even deep as far as, like, leaving somebody that cheats on you or some shit like that. You might not feel like you're doing the right thing, you know what I mean? Because you're like, man, but I care about them and I'm scared. I won't find nobody else and this and that. But you're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? You're doing the right thing, man. If you're not breaking your neck to make yourself available or the hottest thing, woman or man, you're doing the right thing. You know, it seems like you're not, but you are. People who are doing the majority are not doing the right thing. That's if they was doing the right thing, you wouldn't hear so much complaining about men and women ain't shit on Facebook. So obviously there's a lot of motherfuckers doing the wrong thing. Good night.